This is a story about a girl and her virtual boyfriend. It's New Year's Eve. Jang Lo has no family to celebrate with. Her father is working abroad. She's fired from her job at a convenience store by a tyrannic boss. To top it off, her boyfriend dumps her on New Year's Eve for another girl. Jang has 3 wishes for New Year's: to find a new job, to see her dad, and to get a new boyfriend who will love her forever. At home, her father had sent her a present. It's a pair of VR glasses that allows her to choose her ideal boyfriend among this virtual idol group. Jang meets virtual Lu Xiao. He's so caring. He tells her to look into his eyes, and tada, there's a convenience store with her name on it. She's ecstatic he found her a job. Her first wish: no, honey, the entire store is yours. She gets the chance to fire the boss who fired her. Then Lu Xiao takes her back home to fulfill her second wish. Her father is home. The very last wish will need her approval because she needs to accept him as her boyfriend. He's like, if you're happy, why does it matter if it's real or fake? Jang is in love. She chooses virtual reality over reality. Y4 has taken over the world. There's a birthday event for Y4, and all the girls go frenzy for this event. Jang is almost late and runs across the intersection on a yellow light. A lady on a motorbike slams her brake and ends up flying in the air and breaking her leg. Jang takes the lady to the hospital and misses the birthday event. Feeling dejected, Jang takes the subway back and spots a picture of her virtual BF, Lu Xiao. She smooches the poster, but then a man dressed in all black runs into her. He's running away from men in suit. To hide himself as a regular person, he kisses Jang This guy is the real Lu Xiao that the virtual Lu Xiao is based on. Guan Chenya, Jang Lei's best friend, owns a dating company with real people, and her business is failing because all the single girls have left them for Y4. It's affecting the nation as well. On the news, it's reported that Y4 is the reason for high divorce rates and low birth rates. Jang visits the motorbike lady in the hospital, and she gives Jang a part-time job, house cleaning this mysterious mansion. Jang will get 5 times the pay. Guan Chenya tests out the competitor for herself. She tries on the VR contact lens, and the first man up is Lei. He's this hot-blooded boy who rescues her. Guan Chenya is adeptly fine taking care of herself. Lei fails. Next up is Lu Xiao, and caring, and will fulfill all her wishes. Guan Chenya, I want you to Lu Xiao goes, okay. Third man up is Lu Okay. He's the warmth in the cold winter, and he gives her cocoa. Guan Chenya has a severe case of insomnia. Cocoa is her enemy. Lu Okay bitterly failed. Our last candidate is the man of the autumn. He's Junian. Junian invites Guan Chenya to play a beautiful duet on the piano. The mood is perfect. Junian moves in to kiss, but alas, she slaps him. All of Y4 fail. Guan Chenya does not fall for fake nantoins. Oh, but they're real. There's a scene cut to their mansion, and the boys are complaining that once their contract is up, they really need to go. Jang has yet to figure out the mansion she's cleaning actually belongs to the real Y4. The CEO of the Love Boys company is Boss Shu. He's a one-of-a-kind narcissistic prick. The chef who gives him a special meal is fired. He hates it when people suck up to him like so. The employees who didn't greet him are fired. He hates it when he doesn't get his respect. That's not it. He hated the lipstick color of his secretary, Lei Na, and so she assured him she won't wear it tomorrow. Boss wanted that color to disappear instantly, and so Lei Na immediately removed it. Guan Chenya tests out the competitor for herself. She tries on the VR contact lens, and the first man up is Lei. He's this hot-blooded boy who rescues her. Guan Chenya is adeptly fine taking care of herself. Lei fails. Next up is Lu Xiao, and caring, and will fulfill all her wishes. Guan Chenya, I want you to Lu Xiao goes, okay. Third man up is Lu Okay. He's the warmth in the cold winter, and he gives her cocoa. Guan Chenya has a severe case of insomnia. Cocoa is her enemy. Lu Okay bitterly failed. Our last candidate is the man of the autumn. He's Junian. Junian invites Guan Chenya to play a beautiful duet on the piano. The mood is perfect. Junian moves in to kiss, but alas, she slaps him. All of Y4 fail. Guan Chenya does not fall for fake nantoins. Oh, but they're real. There's a scene cut to their mansion, and the boys are complaining that once their contract is up, they really need to go. Jang has yet to figure out the mansion she's cleaning actually belongs to the real Y4. The CEO of the Love Boys company is Boss Shu. He's a one-of-a-kind narcissistic prick. The chef who gives him a special meal is fired. He hates it it when people suck up to him like so. The employees who didn't greet him are fired. He hates it when he doesn't get his respect. That's not it. He hated the lipstick color of his secretary, Lei Na, and so she assured him she won't wear it tomorrow. Boss wanted that color to disappear instantly, and so Lei Na immediately removed it. Zhang Ke finally finds out the house she's cleaning belongs to Y4. In her black helmet, she touches Lu Xiao's face, and his immediate response is to flip her over. Her identity is exposed to the boys, and they will report her. Zhang Ke makes her move on each guy. She acts pitiful on Nian, bribes the other guys, and then, when it comes to Lu Xiao, she threatens him. She will report him for kissing her. It somehow works. The boys will cover for her, and she will bring them good food because our boys are deprived. The motorbike lady is all healed, but she will continue to laze around, and so Zhang Ke continues to keep her high-paying housekeeping job for her favorite man in the world. The dream job, however, isn't a dream job. The real Lu Xiao is short-tempered with a douchey face. Zhang Ke much prefers her fake Lu Xiao, who's always sweet and smiling and angelic. Guan Chenya publicly shames Boss Shu's company, including Y4. She's becoming a celebrity personnel herself, and her views are gaining momentum. Lei Na tells Boss Shu there's this user who's supporting Guan Chenya. When he asks who, she tells him, "You guess." It sounds a little flirty, and he calls her out on it. In her deadpan manner and her lips that are forever pursed, she tells him the name of the user is You Guess. She eyes him up and down. Zhang Ke washes Lu Xiao's dirty-looking teddy bear. Lu Xiao yells at her for touching his stuff without his permission. It seems like the teddy belongs to his brother, who perhaps passed away. Boss Shu gives Shu Nian a mission: seduce Guan Chenya. She puts on her contact lens, but they happen to be the VR ones. Without knowing it, she enters the VR world and meets Shu Nian again. They're stuck in the electrical room. Unbeknownst to her, he manages to hypnotize her to sleep as if her insomnia was never an issue. Shu Nian is under the impression from Boss Shu that seducing Guan Chenya is an experiment for the game. As for Guan Chenya, putting on the VR contact lens wasn't by accident. She was set up by her own employee, who's a fan of Y4, and is bribed by Lei Na. Boss Shu catches Zhang Ke, and she quickly blames everything on the motorbike lady. Turns out, the lady is Boss Shu's biological aunt. Guan Chenya can't sleep again. Tempted by the VR lens, she puts them on again, and Nian is summoned. She wants him to put her to sleep. He can't. Not when she's hostile towards him like this, and not with her knowing he's hypnotizing her to sleep. It simply won't work. Instead, he asks her the real reason for her insomnia. She thinks back to her father who was hospitalized. He died when she fell asleep. With menace in his voice, Nian blames her for her father's death. If she stayed awake, her father wouldn't have died. Nian continues to pressure her until he makes her cry. Guan Chenya had never allowed herself to cry. Not until now. This was Nian's plan, to let her cry. Next, our boy moves in to softly hug her. Guan Chenya asks Nian what does existence mean to him. Back at his own place, Nian was reading a book, Existence with Nothingness. Guan Chenya continues to gain supporters in destroying Y4, but she doesn't really want to anymore. She's in love, or at least she sees a little bit of value in Y4. Guan Chenya continues to use the contact lens to meet with Nian. She complains to him how she's alone, and her best friend doesn't care. She drinks with him and playfully asks if he knows her secret that she keeps from Zhang Ke. He knows. It's me. Ooh. He moves in to kiss her again. Boss Shu and Lei Na are watching on the big screen, both staring intently as they move closer to the screen. Guan Chenya turns away from the kiss. Boss Shu hums. It's a success. Guan Chenya is in their palms. Boss Shu had thought Zhang Ke was Guan Chenya's spy and fired her. But when he realizes Zhang Ke never told Guan Chenya anything, he rehires Zhang Ke. She has another benefit for him. Zhang Ke improves Lu Xiao's stats. Boss Shu deliberately makes it difficult for the boys to rehire Zhang Ke. They have to row 1,000 times on the rowing machine. The last to voice his support is Lu Xiao, and thus Boss Shu accumulates all the punishment on him because he was last. Zhang Ke tries to speak up, and so Boss tells her to do the rows instead. Lu Xiao takes it all. Zhang Kolei feels bad and is at this side as he rows 1,000 times. He insists he's taken it for the team because they want her here. Nah, she knows he's doing it for her. She feeds him candy to boost his physical energy. Once again, Boss Chu and Lei Na are starting intently at the screen. At Zhang Kolei and Lu Xiao, Lei Na pops a candy in her mouth. Sweet. She meant the candy was sweet. Boss Chu stares up at her, and so she offers a candy. But Boss Chu's reaction to the candy is as if it's a foreign, unidentified object. Lei Na takes it back. Whatever. Guan Chenya is seriously addicted to Xu Nian. This time she summons him to relieve her stress. The two end up waltzing. Zhang Kolei walks in and catches her using. The simulation comes to an abrupt end. On Xu Nian's side, he looks disappointed. On Guan Chenya's side, Zhang Kolei claps her hand. Do you hear this? This is the sound of you slapping your own face. LOL. Although Boss Chu rehired Zhang Kolei, he gives Lu Xiao a secret mission to observe her. All these secret missions Boss Chu gives are plot devices to hook up our couples. D. His real job is actually Cupid. Boss X's reason is this. He doesn't trust Zhang Kolei and wants Lu Xiao to spy on her. He just wants Lu Xiao to stick to her for his stats. He gives Lu Xiao a notebook to log his observations, but Lu Xiao doesn't receive it. It's not because he's refusing. He cannot physically lift up his hand. They're sore from all the rowing. The next day at work, Zhang Kolei visits Xu Nian in his room to ask him for his ideal type. He tells her it's someone gentle, long hair, and clean. Therefore, not Guan Chenya. Zhang Kolei asks him if wants to change his ideal. LOL. The other boys overhear it and misunderstand that Zhang Kolei has moved on from Lu Xiao to Xu Nian. Zhang Kolei hasn't forgotten to treat Lu Xiao for all he did for her. She buys him cake, and the poor boy's hand is vigorously shaking from the rowing yesterday. The struggle is real, LOL. Cute. Randomly, Zhang Kolei falls into the pool and she's drowning. Since Lu Xiao is spying her, he sees her but he hesitates to save her. He has a fear of water? Perhaps his brother drowned in the past? Anyway, he eventually jumps into the pool to save her and gives her CPR. Zhang Kolei wakes up and kisses him back. He's stunned. She says it's a thank you kiss for saving her. Guan Chenya and Boss Xu have a debate broadcast. Guan Chenya has the advantage, but is annihilated in one shot with a video of her falling in love with virtual Xu Nian. Guan Chenya suspects Zhang Kolei betrayed her because other than her, no one knows she played the game. However, as she recalls the memories of their past and how much Zhang Kolei believed in her when she was accused of stealing, Guan Chenya feels guilty for not believing her best friend. But for Guan Chenya, to unconditionally trust Zhang Kolei is impossible. And for that, Guan Chenya sincerely apologizes to Kolei. For the first time in her life, Zhang Kolei didn't sleep a wink the entire night. She finally understands what it feels like to have insomnia. Hearing that, Guan Chenya isn't exactly comforted. Zhang Kolei also understands why Guan Chenya would suspect her. Hating this feeling, Zhang Kolei takes Guan Chenya to the mansion via the hidden tunnel and lets her see Xu Nian. After seeing the real Xu Nian, Guan Chenya wants to confirm whether all her interactions were with Xu Nian were with the real one or the virtual one. She puts on the lens, but instead of seeing Xu Nian, it's Boss Xu. He's taunting her and telling her she's forever banned from his game. Boss Xu informs Xu Nian his mission was a success. He no longer has to seduce Guan Chenya. Xu Nian appears disappointed. Zhang Kolei is Guan Chenya's Cupid. She'll help her meet Xu Nian. He wasn't inclined to go until he realizes it's Guan Chenya. The meeting will be in the tunnel after all the other boys sleep, but Lu Xiao is proving to be a real obstacle. Zhang Kolei resorts to distracting Lu Xiao with his precious teddy bear. Unfortunately, Zhang Keilei almost falls in the pool. Lu Xiao grabs her before she does, and they kiss again. Zhang Keilei shyly runs away. Lu Xiao smiles. Guan Chenya and Shu Nian meet. He ran to her to make it on time, but when she asks if the person she met online was the real him, he doesn't admit it. As he walks away, still panting, he stops in his tracks. He turns around and admits, "It's me." Zhang Keilei asks Guan Chenya how her meeting with Shu Nian was. Keilei bets that all her fantasies of Shu Nian must have been shattered after seeing the real deal. She comforts Guan Chenya that she felt the same. It's okay. They can just live in their virtual reality. On the contrary, Guan Chenya is even more determined to destroy that virtual reality. Since she interacted with the real Shu Nian, that means he teamed up with boss Shu to oust her. It's war. Also, our boss Gu is a clean freak. And he's an orphan? Motorbike lady asks him when his goals will be fulfilled because she's tired of him extending her contract indefinitely. He smiles. It will be soon. Zhang Keilei brings cold beer for the boys after a long day, playfully teasing Lu Xiao for always acting like her guardian. Lu Xiao blushes and gets awkward, and everyone around can clearly sense his growing feelings for her, even if he tries to hide it. Later, Keilei goes to visit Lu Xiao's mother at the elderly care center. She talks warmly with her and discovers heartbreaking news. Lu Xiao's mother has a serious brain tumor. Keilei immediately tells Lu Xiao, leaving him shocked and emotional, realizing his mother might not have much time left. On the other side, Guan Chenya sneaks into Shu Nian's mansion to investigate him and gather evidence for her boss. But instead of finding anything dangerous, she sees how warm and genuine Shu Nian truly is. When Shu Nian finds her wandering inside, he doesn't get angry. He protects her, talks to her softly. She starts to feel his sincerity. The next day, she returns again, and Shu Nian surprises her by preparing a clean, cozy room just for her, so they can practice their dance together. His actions slowly melt her doubts. She finally begins to understand that his feelings are real and that he never meant to hurt her. Zhang Keilei stays close to Lu Xiao after discovering the truth about his mother's illness. She tries to comfort him, even though he keeps pretending he's fine. On the other side, Guan Chenya continues spending time with Shu Nian inside the mansion. After realizing he truly cares for her, she finally relaxes around him. Shu Nian goes out of his way to make her happy. She begins trusting him more, realizing his affection is real and not just part of a virtual world. But things take a complicated turn when boss Shu tightens his control over Y4. Shu Nian misses Guan Chenya so much that he goes out looking for her with a rose. She gives him clothes to change into, leading to an awkward, almost stripping moment before she stops him. She's shy, he's not, until she leans close to buckle his seatbelt, and he becomes so shy he freezes. She takes him to dinner. Everything is sweet, until a waitress notices them. After dropping him home safely, Guan Chenya tells him she won't visit the mansion anymore, but will wait at the office whenever he wants to see her. Shu Nian feels like someone who has tasted forbidden fruit and now wants more of the real world. Keilei worries non-stop about Lu Xiao and his mother. Even the virtual Lu Xiao appears, massaging her shoulders and reminding her to push Real Lu Xiao to visit his mother. He jokes that if Real Lu Xiao ever yells at her, she should come complain to him, and if he ever meets the real one, he'll yell at him himself. The reason Lu Xiao avoids his mother becomes clear. He's adopted, and he believes her biological son died because of him. After Keilei talks to him, he gathers the courage to face the truth. A few nights later, he tries escaping the mansion during a blackout, but fails. Shu Nian silently covers for him, and Keilei becomes the decoy, both of them coincidentally wearing matching outfits. Shu Nian and Lu Xiao make a pact to keep the tunnel a secret. Shu Nian helps distract the other boys so Lu Xiao can escape. Keilei guides Lu Xiao through the hidden tunnel, and they find his mother in the hospital, but visiting hours are over. and no one is allowed in. Another failed attempt, but Lu Xiao is still grateful to Keilei for helping him try. When Xu Nian sneaks out, Lu Xiao covers for him. Xu Nian has only one reason to leave, to see Guan Chenya. They go on an outdoor date. He notices girls holding hands with nothing but air. Guan Chenya tells him this is their game. Love boys. The more time they spend in the virtual world, the more they lose touch with reality. Xu Nian doesn't understand. He believes it's their choice. As long as the girls aren't hurting anyone, who has the right to judge what they enjoy? Guan Chenya can't get through to him and walks away angrily. Xu Nian uses the transit card that Guan Chenya gave him to access a public computer. He searches the news and finds the video of Boss Xu humiliating Guan Chenya during the debate, right next to the video of them dancing together. The motorbike lady barges into Boss Xu's home again, even after he changed the lock code. It's revealed that Boss Xu has poured everything into creating a virtual idol group, Y4, because all his real-life talents, including Qi Chuan, have left him. Boss Xu calls their departure betrayal. Keilo helps Lu Xiao sneak out again to see his mom. She tells him she never blamed him and that she's always proud of him. Lu Xiao finally reveals the secret, how his brother drowned and why he ran away, tears streaming down his face. Keilo tells him he's not cursed and hugs him tightly, promising she would never leave him. Lu Xiao melts. He is so in love, feeling safe and understood for the first time in years. Boss Xu studies the Y4 stats carefully. Lei Na notes Xu Nian is at 99.9% with no other girl except Keilei, and he's clearly not into her. Boss Xu wonders if Xu Nian's high stats could be because of Lu Xiao instead. His mind instantly jumps to wild conclusions. Is he? Nah, impossible. He scribbles notes furiously, trying to make sense of the numbers, his suspicion growing by the second. Guan Chenya drives to apologize to Xu Nian. At the same time, he rushes to her. He suddenly kisses her mid-apology and says he should be the one apologizing. She went bankrupt because of him, and yet he still cares so much. She gives him a custom Xu Nian phone, wallpaper, case, alerts. Everything is him. She can't stop laughing at how adorably cheesy he is, completely charmed by his sincerity. Keila tells Xu Nian that Lu Xiao has completely changed. He's calmer and no longer explodes over tiny things. She even tests it by pinching his cheeks. The boys are terrified of this soft and plushy version of him. Only Xu Nian dares poke his cheeks again. Lei Na finds Xu Nian's clothes that Guan Chenya gave him earlier. Keilei quickly covers for him, saying the oversized sweater is hers. Lei Na smiles, assuming Xu Nian likes Keilei, and that's why his stats are almost perfect. Back with Lu Xiao, he misses a chance to visit his mother at the hospital. He gives Keilei his childhood teddy bear, asking her to deliver it to her. Keilei goes alone to the hospital to visit Lu Xiao's mother, bringing his childhood teddy bear for her. His mother gives Keilei a pocket watch with a photo of Lu Xiao's parents and a puppy, and Keilo promises to help him face his past. Keilei quietly presses Granny Fu Shun about the secret underground passage at Bei House, but Granny Fu Shun teases her instead of revealing details. Later, Xu Nian tells Guan Chenya the truth. He's an orphan. He asks if she's ever noticed how Boss Xu has been exploiting them, using them, even confining them. Guan Chenya shares that she once planned to expose Boss Xu, but because of Xu Nian, she didn't. She asks for some time to think about everything. Later, he learns more about his mother's condition, and Keilei gives him a little pocket watch with a photo of his parents and a puppy. Lu Xiao opens up about the puppy dying when he was little, and Keilei promises they'll raise a puppy together someday. Keilei then asks Guan Chenya for help with a confession. She wants to confess to real Lu Xiao, but Guan Chenya gives no advice. She and Xu Nian simply came together naturally. Zhang Kele breaks up with the virtual Lu Xiao. She apologizes, but virtual Lu Xiao insists that since she is dumping him, he's the one who should be apologizing. It sounds exactly like a breakup with a virtual boyfriend. She explains she has to face real life. Even if virtual Lu Xiao makes her happy, her real problems still remain. Kayley prepares to confess to real Lu Xiao today. She dresses up and gets ready, but then receives heartbreaking news. Lu Xiao's mother has passed away. She tells Lu Xiao the truth. Together they rush to the hospital. In hospital, Granny had also came, and she comforts Lu Xiao. The situation is too heavy for both Lu Xiao and Kayley. Later, Kayley returns home heartbroken. She breaks down in tears and collapses into Guan Chenya's arms. She cries out all the sadness she held in. Xu Nian tells Guan Chenya what he knows about his mother. Not much. According to Boss Xu, his mother abandoned him at the hospital after giving birth. Guan Chenya suspects Boss Xu is lying. Xu Nian wonders about his own parents too, but he can't leave Boss Xu now. Not when it would endanger the other 3 boys. Kayla stays beside Lu Xiao the entire time while he grieves his mother's passing. She quietly supports him, and through this loss, Lu Xiao finally realizes he gathers everyone to help him prepare a surprise for her, and he confesses his love to Kayley. Guan Chenya makes sure Kayley understands that real Lu Xiao is nothing like the gentle virtual version she used to know. Kayley confidently says she knows that, and she can clearly separate reality from virtual illusion. She won't expect unrealistic perfection from him, and she still loves him anyway. Xu Nian gets exposed. The waitress who betrayed Guan Chenya snaps a photo of Xu Nian and Guan Chenya together and sends it directly to Boss Xu. Xu Nian is tied to a chair as Boss Xu reveals everything. His grand plan, the betrayal he faced from his talents Qi Chuang and Ge Yilan, and why he created virtual idols, obedient, perfect boys who could never betray him. He even used his own son in his plans. The shocking reveal, Xu Nian is his real son. Xu Nian's true name is Xu Jin. Boss Xu explains Xu Nian's mother's past. Ge Yilan was a celebrity who quit entertainment to secretly give birth to Xu Nian after refusing Boss Xu's demand to abort the child. Boss Xu lied that their baby died, pushing her into despair. His cruelty only deepens. He calls the baby a thing that should never have existed. When she disappeared, he became more twisted, and losing her love hardened him even more. Xu Nian confronts Boss Xu, demanding he release the other boys. Boss Xu argues he saved them. Lu Xiao had no home, Luoke was abandoned, Su Lei was kidnapped, but they're still trapped pieces in his twisted plan. Xu Nian is eventually released from confinement in exchange for working with Boss Xu again. But the condition is heartbreaking. He must break up with Guan Chenya. The next day, Guan Chenya thinks she lost her phone, but Xu Nian actually stole it to keep her safe. If Boss Xu finds the evidence inside it, her life will be in danger. Guan Chenya is still thinking about breakup with Xu Nian, and she went to meet him in secret tunnel. But Xu Nian grows cold and distant. He pretends not to care, hurting her even more, while she's left confused about why he suddenly changed. Boss Xu hires the man to follow Guan Qian everywhere. Motorbike lady appears again and warns Guan Qian that nothing around her is simple. The boys, the mansion, even Xu Nian's actions hide a bigger truth. Before Guan Chenya can ask anything, she vanishes as mysteriously as she came. Boss Xu tightens his control and keeps the boys under strict surveillance. Xu Nian stays silent to protect everyone, especially her. After Xu Nian talks with Lu Xiao, Xu Nian and Lu Xiaomei plan to secretly take 2 boys outside from secret tunnel. Luoke and Su Lei land in trouble outside. Luoke gets beaten for accidentally touching a thug's girl, while Su Lei panics because the woman had red lipstick, the same kind worn by the woman who once kidnapped him. Both boys run home terrified. Xu Nian and Lu Xiao rush out to find them, but now the boys refuse to leave their virtual paradise. Real world is too frightening. Meanwhile, Boss Xu prepares something sinister. His first step is to fire Kayley. Guan Chenya starts connecting the dots about Sulei's past. She realizes the red lipstick woman actually sold Sule to Boss Shu, and that Boss Shu lied about saving him. Keely accepts her sudden layoff, though she senses something is wrong. Boss Shu pretends he will reward the boys with condos and freedom, but it's all a trap. He plans to secretly detain them to force Shu Nian into working for him again. His twisted plan is to hide Shu Nian abroad for 2 years before reintroducing him as a human celebrity. Shu Nian plays along but has no intention of obeying. As soon as Boss Shu leaves, the boys attempt to escape. Lu Xiao pushes the terrified Luoke and Sule to move despite their fear. But Boss Shu discovers the tunneling route too quickly. Everyone is captured, including Kei Lei and manager Kui. Guan Chenya and the team try to fight back. During the chaotic escape attempt, Lu Xiao falls from the roof while protecting Kei Lei and loses consciousness. They are taken into motorbike lady's care. Guan Chenya brings a reporter to expose Boss Shu's crimes, but the reporter finds the story not juicy enough and wants to exaggerate it. Before she can, Boss Shu gives his own interview, painting himself as a hero who saved all the boys. Public sympathy shifts instantly. With the contract ending, Boss Shu releases the boys to appear noble. At the same time, Guan Chenya's life collapses financially. She had mortgaged her house and car to save the company, and now everything is gone. She's bankrupt, completely broken, and left facing the consequences alone. Shu Nian cheers up Guan Chenya. He lets her sing and dance all she wants. These two look so good together. Meanwhile, Motorbike Lady hides the injured Lu Xiao and helps Kei Lei protect the others. Lu Xiao interviews for a job, but he's being hired for his visuals. There's disappointment in his expression. Sule and Luoke are in trouble. They don't understand they need to pay for their food. Thus, when people are willing to pay for all their expenses, they sign any contracts the men want. All the managers demand for Sule and Luoke to compensate. Lei Na saves them. The boys return to her. Guan Chenya quizzically stares at the Newton's cradle in her room. Then, Shu Nian comes into her room and offers to help her sleep. Shu Nian's mediation inspires Chenya to create an app to help others with insomnia. After all, she is an expert. However, no one is willing to invest in them. Lu Xiao quits work because he's sexually harassed. The manager doesn't think it's a problem. She's think, "Welcome to the real world. No one will pamper him." Then the manager adds, "Oh wait, there was one person who would. Boss Shu." Shu Nian feels guilty seeing how much Guan Chenya has fallen because of him. He meets Lei Na to ask about investors, and she pushes him to swallow his pride and seek help from Boss Shu. Meanwhile, Chi Chuan taunts Guan Chenya that everyone around her suffers because of her, and Kei Lei discovers Lu Xiao washing dishes to get by. When Guan Chenya learns Shu Nian went to Boss Shu, she's deeply disappointed. Shu Nian insists her happiness is worth more than his pride, but she refuses this kind of love. She cries, saying relying on Boss Shu will drag him back step by step until he believes all his sacrifices are for her. She walks away, then suddenly gets into a car accident. She wakes up in a VR room and realizes they never escaped Boss Shu. Everything has been virtual reality, and Boss Shu plans to trap them inside it. Back in the VR world, the doctor declares her dead, but she rises and warns everyone the world is fake. No one believes her except Kei Lei, to whom she quietly reveals she has proof. The proof is Newton's cradle. It never slows, exposing the VR glitch. Guan Chenya convinces Kei Lei, then the rest, that the only escape from this VR world is dying. They refuse to leave without Sule and Luoke, who finally realize they're in a simulation, but prefer the paradise. The team forces them to jump together so no one is left behind. They all leap off the roof and return to reality, except manager Kui, who arrives late after falling into a tree again. The team heads to the secret tunnel, but Boss Shu sealed it with a brick wall. Motorbike Lady smashes it down like Thor, helping them escape, but she's knocked out while fighting Boss Shu's men. The team tries to report Boss Shu, but he already covered his tracks. Fake Y4 imposters appear, confusing the public. Just then, Kay-Lay receives a parcel from Motorbike Lady. They visit her place and find a piggy bank. After inserting a coin, a virtual Motorbike Lady appears. Virtual Motorbike Lady leaves behind evidence against Boss Shu, a set of numbers that are actually map coordinates. Meanwhile, real Motorbike Lady is unconscious. Boss Shu keeps her that way to use her as bait since he knows the team will try to save her. Group splits into two teams, one searching for the evidence and the other to rescue Motorbike Lady. Boss Shu discovers the virtual message and realizes there is evidence against him, though he still lacks the coordinates. Su Li meets a girl named Lan Lan and develops feelings for her. Meanwhile, Chi Chuan helps Guan Chenya, who gets separated from Shu Nian during their attempt to save Motorbike Lady. Without a phone, she doesn't know how to reach him, until she sees fireworks and remembers their love signal. She rushes to their old meeting spot, where Shu Nian is waiting. Chi Chuan assists because he also wants to take down Boss Shu. Lan Lan secretly takes photos of the group, immediately raising suspicion and making everyone believe she might be a spy working against them. Su Li feels hurt and confused, but tries to stay calm until the truth eventually comes out. Lan Lan wasn't betraying anyone. She was actually messaging her close friend, telling her that she suspected Su Li might be an imposter and was asking for advice on how to help him change. Her actions were misunderstood, and she turns out to be completely innocent. Meanwhile, Lu Xiao grows increasingly wary of Chi Chuan, sensing that his behavior is slowly dividing the team and creating unnecessary doubt. While the others continue searching for crucial evidence, Lu Xiao chooses to step back and focus on confirming whether Lan Lan truly poses a threat. He isn't convinced that Chi Chuan's involvement is helping the mission and starts questioning his intentions more seriously. Lu Xiao wants to continue searching for the evidence, but Chi Chuan insists that finding the spy among them is more important. Otherwise, any evidence they uncover will only fall into Boss Shu's hands. The team reluctantly pauses their search. The next morning, Lu Xiao disappears along with the coordinates, causing everyone to suspect him as the spy. Kay-Lay defends him, refusing to believe he would betray them. Following the coordinates, Lu Xiao meets Janitor Zhang, the person connected to the numerical clue. But Boss Shu's men are already trailing him. Once they see Lu Xiao retrieve the yellow envelope, they move in to capture him. Meanwhile, the team searches for Lu Xiao at the library. Guan Chenya gets caught by Boss Shu's men, but Lu Xiao rescues her, proving his innocence. When the team reviews the envelope, they discover only a note saying, "See you next time." Janitor Zhang realized Lu Xiao was being followed and intentionally withheld the real evidence. Lu Xiao concludes there must be a spy among them. Otherwise, Boss Shu's men wouldn't have found him so quickly. It can't be Chi Chuan, so he begins narrowing down the suspects. Guan Chenya, Kay-Lay, Lu Xiao, and Chi Chuan eliminate themselves from suspicion, leaving Shu Nian, Su Li, and Luo Kei. Each is sent to a different location to retrieve the true evidence. Only Luo Kei's assigned location contains Boss Shu's men waiting. This confirms Luo Kei is the spy, and the team cuts ties with him. To continue their investigation, the team decides they must find Janitor Zhang again. Kay-Lay suggests tracking down Lan Lan, who knows him and may lead them to the next clue. Lan Lan helps Su Li and gives the team Janitor Zhang's location. Meanwhile, a heartbroken Luo Kei looks for work at a snack stall, instantly falling for Kay-Lay's co-worker Wang Jiaqi and adding her on WeChat without revealing his real name. Janitor Zhang reveals he has all the evidence of Boss Shu abducting the boys stored in a USB. Suddenly, motorbikes surround them. The spy is Zhu Nian, who appears shockingly calm about betraying everyone. He even speeds his bike toward Guan Chenya, but Kay-Lay crashes into him to stop the attack. The girls retrieve the USB and discover this Zhu Nian is actually a robot. The real one was captured before the fireworks night, and Boss Shu has made robotic duplicates of all 4 boys. The real Shu Nian is shown hanging from a crane as a hostage. When Boss Shu demands the USB, Guan Chenya hands it over to save Shu Nian, then dives to hold the rope as he nearly falls. The team manages to pull him up, but Boss Shu walks away with the USB. The Love Boys concert proceeds with the robotic Y4 boys, exactly as Boss Shu planned. As scheduled, Love Boys concert is held with the real boys. Luo Ke was the last to be convinced to join the rest. The real Lu Xiao, Shu Nian, Luo Ke, and Su Li make their announcement to the world that they are the real deal, and not Al robotic imposters or whatever. Boss Shu is arrested by the police. Guan Chenya and Kei Lei team up to take down Lei Na with some high kicks. It's all over. The boys find love on the stage as each of their girls go to hug them. 4 couples are hugging on the stage. After some time, Luo Ke is in professional esports. Su Li teaches martial arts. Shu Nian is Guan Chenya's business partner, and now they're about to buy out a company, the company that intended to buy out Guan Chenya's. Last but not least, Lu Xiao is an actor, and his manager is Kei Lei. Every boy has their career and their one true love. Motorbike Lady is here too. Everyone has dinner together. Chi Chuan is part of the crew. There's another guest, Kei Lei's dad. He's back for good. Lu Xiao calls him Dad, too. The world is real. Our couples kiss to celebrate.